The morning sickness hit me a lot harder this morning. I'm learning as I go. If you live your life in front of your kids like you want them to live their lives, they'll learn what they need to learn, both in character and in academics.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love. Lonesome love. Folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love. Remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love.
Good morning, you guys. It has been like well over a month since I've picked up this vlogging camera and have started a vlog. Now, for obvious reasons, I can tell you guys that I am pregnant. I am pregnant with baby number 3, and it feels so weird to say that out loud, like in a video, like we're pregnant again. That's crazy. Feeling so blessed. First trimester wasn't so bad until like after I found out I was pregnant. That's usually how it goes, is like around the like 5th or 6th week is like when the morning sickness really starts to hit you. And yeah, anyways, I feel like we have so much to catch up on. I'm gonna try not to speak so loud because my kids are still sleeping, but let me just catch you guys up real quick on like what we've been up to. So we recently just got back from Hawaii. We were there for 6 days. We came home for 2 days. My mother-in-law invited us to her cabin, her and my father-in-law, and so we're like, yeah, why not? My husband had a few more days off, including Memorial Day, and so after 2 nights back at home, we packed up, stayed there the weekend. The kids had so much fun, they didn't even want to leave, and it worked out because while we got home, while we were home for 2 days, we were able to grocery shop, clean the house up some more, leave it in a good place before we left again instead of in shambles, which was really good for my own mental health. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. We were out by the lake, and now we're back home, and now we're kind of just back to our normal day-to-day, except it is like, feels like summertime now. It's not quite summer yet, but we did finish up our homeschool, our kindergarten prep course book. I had mentioned in a previous video like this was gonna get us through the summer. It did not. It was really short. It was only 30 lessons, so we finished it really fast. But speaking of homeschool and summer, I did want to talk today with you guys about like our homeschool summer plans. I might do that later in this video. I will say now that we aren't going to do anything formal. We're going to keep this summer fun and active and outside, and I'll share more about it. But as you guys saw, the morning sickness hit me a lot harder this morning than it has in the last couple of days. I do plan on doing a first trimester recap. I did get a few instances of morning sickness while we were traveling. I definitely get motion sickness. Taking off and landing was so rough for me, but I'm really surprised at how hard it hit me this morning because I feel like it's kind of been going away, but just out of nowhere after having breakfast, which I need to eat because then I feel like I'm gonna throw up if I don't eat fast enough or soon enough. After breakfast, I'm just like, this is not sitting well. I haven't actually thrown up, but I the feeling of being nauseous is just not fun. It's not fun. But I wanted to get up early this morning, get ahead of our day. Before the kids woke up, I got some sourdough bread that I gotta put in the fridge. I might put it in the fridge, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I have some garden updates. Yeah, just all the things. I can't really think right now, but I want to say thank you to all of you who congratulated us on our pregnancy. If any of you guys are pregnant right now too, pregnant with your third, or just pregnant in general, comment down below. When are you guys due? I know so many people that I'm pregnant with right now, which is so much fun to get to like experience that with other people and like see how their journey's going versus mine, and I just think it's so much fun. So if you guys are pregnant with me, comment down below. It's very exciting. We're gonna have a good day today. I plan on having a good day today. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be 88. I do want to get the kids outside, just enjoy it. We don't have any set plans today, so today's gonna be kind of just like spontaneous and go with the flow. So anyways, I am going to do some quiet time before the kids wake up. Maybe I'll have enough time to read one of my new books, but we'll see how long until they get up. Definitely have to stay hydrated today. Oh, and I normally start my vlogs with this like little intro about myself. You guys can hear the dogs already. But hello, if you are new here, my name is Zai. I make videos about motherhood, lifestyle, faith, homeschooling. I'm a mom of 2, soon to be 3. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for clicking on today's video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys stick around. Okay, I'm about to give you guys a little garden update, but before I do, I want to mention a couple of things. One, if you haven't watched our backyard makeover, watch it after this video, or pause this video, watch it right now. But you guys will know we have 4 garden beds. We only ended up filling 1. I took too long to transplant a lot of my little seedlings, and so some of them were 2 weeks, some of them were dying. I just didn't have enough knowledge, and also I ended up planting winter crops not knowing. I ended up planting broccoli and cauliflower. Only one of the broccolis survived, 2 of the cauliflower survived, but you know what, it's fine. It's all trial and error. It's a learning experience. My garden bed, I tell Steven all the time, I'm like, it kind of looks like a little sampler platter of just randomness, but I'm learning. I'm learning as I go. So if I have any expert gardeners watching, be so kind in the comments, and maybe give me some helpful tips for next spring and this like upcoming winter, so that I can plant accordingly, like winter crops, like what are some really good winter crops that you enjoy. But yeah, so we only have 1 garden bed filled, and I will say they're all doing really well. So again, please be kind. I'm learning. So here is what our garden bed is looking like. It's kind of bright. Let me turn around this way. So my dad actually came over and helped me kind of like reorganize this garden bed, because I had all of my tomato plants that you see right here kind of really close together. So he had me separate them out, which is why they're all like randomly in this bed. But I have some like, what is it called? Beefsteak tomatoes and cherry tomatoes. I don't know which is which right now, because I kind of just swapped them all over the place, but they're growing very nicely. I mean, look at, they grew so much while we were away in Hawaii. My sister-in-law, my mother-in-law came and they watered while we were away, and I'm like, we came back and I'm like, oh my gosh, they look amazing. Here I have some mixed green lettuce. Here it's just romaine lettuce. It's looking so good. I've actually already gotten into the mixed greens and had that with a sandwich. I thought that was so good. I'm gonna have to start picking at that. And then over here I have some carrots growing. Here are the cauliflower. They're actually doing pretty well, I will say, for being a winter crop. Here's the broccoli, and we still have 3 others to fill. Hopefully we'll be filling them soon, getting them prepped for the winter time, but for now we just have the one. And then we have our peach tree, which is just growing insane. And we have our nectarine tree, which we planted when we first moved in. So many of the nectarines though have fallen and like birds have gotten into them that it's actually really hard for me to even find any nectarines. Like, but this just like exploded. Here's a couple right here. So anyways, that was the garden bed update. My sourdough has risen beautifully. It has like so many bubbles. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm still experimenting with sourdough as far as like what I'm doing to prepare it to give it the best outcome. I've noticed the longer I let it bulk ferment, it comes out so much more sour. It tastes more like sourdough. So you can let it bulk ferment, at least from what I've been reading, 6 to 12 hours. I used to like stop it right at the 12, shape it and put it in the fridge. And then it just kind of tasted like regular bread. I realized when I let it hit 12 hours, it tasted like true sourdough bread. It gave it that sour flavor and it just came out so much richer in flavor. So that's what I enjoy doing. Today, I'm not gonna let it rest in the fridge. I think I'm going to remove it, shape it, put it in my basket and like let it sit at room temp between 3 to 4 hours because I want to bake it today, not tonight. If I put it in the fridge, I couldn't actually bake this bread until like 8 p.m., which I'm not trying to do. So we're just gonna carefully, gently remove it. Oh, I forgot I need to put some flour. But yeah, I'm still learning as I've been doing this for, I don't know how long have I been making sourdough now, maybe like 2 months now, 2 or 3 months? Yeah, since February, I think. So like 3 months I've been making sourdough bread. And I'm still learning, It is so much fun though, making bread. Just something to do with your hands and then playing with the dough. Do you guys see those bubbles? I don't know if you can see them, but it's beautiful. Let's listen to the fruit of the spirit. I want you to listen carefully because each fruit has a meaning, okay?
The fruit of the spirit, the proof of God's work.
Memories washed in every shade of green and all the colors. Summer love.
We are back home now. We ended up just going to the library because we left later than we should have because I was baking my sourdough bread. It just took forever to leave the house. So we didn't end up making it to the park, which honestly I feel like was fine. I like to park like away from the library just because the walk to the library is really nice, like the neighborhood's really nice. I just like seeing all of the like houses. They're all like really sweet and yeah, I always just get inspired walking through that neighborhood because it's just so beautiful. So went to the library, got some good books. Josie, she is hilarious. She literally walked herself to her bedroom and was telling me to put her to bed. She's like, I'm tired, I want to go to sleep. So immediately put her down. I read Lucas a couple of stories from a book he chose, and then thankfully today we got our Amazon package. I ordered him this like visual timer that I'll show you guys when his quiet time is over. But we've had this issue where like he comes out of his room multiple times asking if quiet time is over, and it just gets a little much. It kind of like defeats the purpose. So I have him in there for 45 minutes and I explained to him how it works. It's a cute little timer. It was only like 15 bucks, so I'll link it down for you guys. I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping that, you know, he doesn't come out more than at least once. So I told him potty breaks were okay, but we need to stay in our room. He's got new books, and we just need to be quiet for like 45 minutes. But yeah, I thought this would be a perfect chance to talk to you guys about our homeschool summer plans and what that's going to be looking like. So if you guys don't know, I started homeschooling. Sorry if you see a fly going back and forth. We have a fly in the house. But I started homeschooling my son, who is turning 5 this summer, last year. So I did his like last year of preschool, basically homeschooled his last year of preschool, which was a lot of fun because preschool, there's like no pressure. It's fun, it's short. I feel like the next couple of years are going to be short and sweet. And so we recently just did a little bit of kindergarten prep work through the Good and the Beautiful. I mentioned that earlier in this vlog. It was only 30 lessons, really short and sweet. And I just kept thinking to myself just how much I enjoyed last summer, and like looking back at old photos and thinking about all the things that we did together, and I'm like, I want that summer again, especially because the kids, like, this will be the last summer that they are 1 and 4, 2 and 5, since they're turning a year this summer, and they're so little, and I just don't want to do any sort of like formal education during the summertime. I just want to do a ton of play dates, a ton of trips to the library. My in-laws have told us repeatedly, like, if we want to go to their cabin and we want to invite friends, that we are more than welcome, even if they're not there. And I have this like irrational fear of going by myself with the kids without Steven, but I want to get over that fear because it'll just encourage us to be outside more. It'll encourage us to unplug. They've got nice lakes out there. They've got paddle boards. I've got friends with kids around the same age, and so like my plan is to hopefully invite them and have them come, have it be sort of like just like a mom trip, since it's not far from us. It's maybe like an hour and a half, and just really enjoy good company, enjoy like this intentional time with my kids. And the point of homeschooling is that you're learning while you're living your life. Actually, I'm gonna share something. I just started reading this new book called Homeschooling, You're Doing It Right Just by Doing It. It's by Jenny Urich. I hope I pronounced her last name right. I just heard it on her podcast, but it's a new book that she just came out with. This is what the book looks like. I literally just started reading it this morning, so I haven't gotten very far. If you live your life in front of your kids like you want them to live their lives, they'll learn what they need to learn, both in character and in academics. The hard thing about it is now with social media, it can be a comparison game. The point of homeschooling isn't a competitive game of who can do what first. It's about letting your children have a slow childhood, learning at their own pace, and it can be really scary. And I've read a lot of stories from homeschooling parents whose kids have already graduated and have gone to college, and talking about how some of their kids didn't learn to read until they were like 9 or 10 years old. And in the public school system, like, that is a big no-no. Like, your children are supposed to read a lot sooner than that. So anyways, I'm not gonna dive super into that, but I wanted to share that with you guys, that I noticed I've enjoyed homeschooling more the less I'm on social media. I try to be very cautious with what I consume with the homeschool content that's posted on social media. And so I thought, okay, we finished our curriculum, we finished our kindergarten prep. I feel like my son's in a really good place learning wise, and I love that I know his weaknesses and his strengths, and so I just feel very comfortable and secure in like where he's at to take a break this summer and enjoy our summer and not do any sort of like formal education. Learn through living. Learn through just baking and being outside and counting the rocks that are in our backyard. And my daughter's been really into counting. It's super cute. She'll count like 1 to 5 and skip from 11 to 13. and she's not even 2 yet, so it just kind of like blows my mind. I don't remember my son learning how to count that early on, so it's just like every child is so different, and it's fascinating. And so anyways, I hope I'm not rambling or anything. I need to find where I left off. Speaking of reading though, that is something that is a big goal for me this summer, is while I'm taking my kids to the library a lot more consistent, I definitely have a goal to read a lot more myself. I have so many books that I have ordered in the last couple of weeks that have just been like sitting on my dresser untouched, or I have a book that I like started like a couple of months ago and never finished. So reading is going to be a big goal of mine too this summer. And yeah, that is our homeschool plans for the summer. I'm really excited about it. There's a lot of things I want to learn that I want my kids to learn alongside me. And I hope this brings you guys some bit of encouragement, whether you're a homeschool mom or not. And if you're someone who has considered homeschooling but you are terrified of the thought, or you feel inadequate, I don't think there's a single homeschooling mom who hasn't felt that way, and I hope that brings you some sort of peace. I think it's going to take us a couple of years, if I'm so fortunate to be homeschooling all elementary years, but I think it will take us a few years to find a good rhythm. I think when you're homeschooling little kids, I hear toddler years are the hardest to homeschool. So when you're homeschooling little kids, I mean, they're changing constantly. They hit like milestones and then they change, and then we need to like reconfigure and restructure a new rhythm, a new routine, and a routine that works now may not work 6 months from now. And so I'm just starting to become okay with that, not being so hard on myself about that, especially because we're gonna be having a baby by the end of the year, and I'm gonna definitely have to give myself a grace period because it's gonna be a very hectic month. December's a very hectic month with Thanksgiving having passed and then Christmas coming up. Sorry to chat your guys' ears off. It's just been a while and I haven't talked about this in a long time, and I haven't had the opportunity to vlog because I haven't been feeling well. So hopefully you guys found some peace and inspiration from that. And yeah, let me know what your guys' summer plans are. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is like organic right there. Lucas and I are having lunch. I got some lettuce from the garden, my sourdough bread. I'm having him try the lettuce too, the romaine lettuce. But so cool that I can say I got this from my garden and that I made this bread from scratch. Like, who am I? So the timer was a success. This is what it looks like. It's a 60-minute timer. And it has this little rainbow, which is so cute. But once the timer is up, it beeps for like 15 seconds, but it works. And it was only 15 bucks. It works so well. He did not come out of his room. Not one time, other than to go to the bathroom, but then he immediately went back. This was great. And I also think I'm gonna be using this for homeschooling, but I am gonna end the vlog here. I feel like it's gonna be kind of long since I chatted a lot. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you've made it this far. And if you did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you give it a thumbs up because that really does help my channel. Make sure you are subscribed if you aren't already. It felt so good to get back into the swing of things and vlog again. Let me know what you guys enjoy seeing, what you want to see more of. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Thank you guys for all your congratulations on my last video and my Instagram reel that I posted about the pregnancy. Love you guys like always, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.